Good morning, everybody. Let's talk about the covert narcissist X. Do you believe your frail, low-functioning ex is manipulating you? Do you ever feel off balance, wondering what you did to offend your ex-spouse or ex-boyfriend who seems to be offended by everything? You, in particular? You may be astonished to hear that this delicate, introverted individual suffers from grandiosity and acts in this manner. Covert narcissists share the same sense of entitlement as overt narcissists. Believe me, it's only that their blend of narcissism looks different. The ways to deal with a narcissistic ex. I would like to mention 10 of them. Let me start with a metaphor. Charles believed that divorcing his narcissistic wife would put an end to his problems. However, this was not the case. His wife began acting as if they were still married not long after the divorce was finalized. To add uncertainty, she became enraged when he started dating and even harmed his chances by calling them. She claimed she was only trying to prove to him and the kids that she was good enough for them, but it resulted in unpleasant talks that destroyed potential partnerships. Charles was irritated and upset by her actions and sought advice on how to deal with her. Clearly, what he had done in the marriage would no longer work. Thus, he needed fresh tactics. These were the things he reminded himself of on a regular basis until they became second nature to him. So what are the 10 ways? The first one, accept that they are unlikely to change. Simply because there was a divorce does not imply that the narcissist will develop any insight or accept responsibility. Instead, things will remain mostly unchanged, if not deteriorating in certain cases. They didn't change during their marriage and they will not change after a divorce. The second one, keep in mind that a divorce occurred. Some narcissists want to believe that their ex-wives are still theirs. They like the concept of being the focus of attention in two relationships. Thus, sister wives appeal to them. As a result, many narcissists choose to maintain sexual or inappropriately intimate contact with their ex-partners. The third one, make a response schedule. Narcissists want immediate responses to their text, phone, or email messages even after a divorce. Any delay will almost certainly result in a verbal assault. The fourth one, only answer the questions that have been presented to you. A divorce occurred once more. As if the marriage were still alive, there is no need for constant explanations about expenses, whereabouts, other relationships, etc. Instead, solely respond to the question that was posed with the fewest words possible. Otherwise, they will question you or they will twist the words. The fifth one, do not put up with any form of abuse. The narcissistic aggressive behavior, even if it looks silent, was most likely one of the grounds for the divorce. There is no reason to put up with it any longer. Remove yourself from the situation by walking away, hanging up the phone, blocking them if necessary, and/or calling the cops. Raise the tolerance threshold to a more comfortable level rather than where it was during the marriage. The sixth one, take pleasure if in the silence. When someone else is attracted to them and is fueling their need for attention, narcissists will go silent or disappear after divorce. This is an excellent moment to take a deep breath and re-energize. When the relationship becomes sour, the narcissist will refocus their attention on their ex-spouse. The seventh one, when something is required, use the hamburger approach. The hamburger approach is a form of communication that makes it simpler to receive criticism. Compliment, confront, and compliment are the components. Consider how a tablespoon of sugar aids in the absorption of drugs. This almost always works because the narcissist's ego requires constant stroking. The eighth one, keep interactions to a minimum. Reduce the number of face-to-face encounters as much as feasible. If they are required, do so in the presence of another person or in a neutral setting such as coffee shop. The longer time you stay with a narcissist, the more they want, which defeats the divorce goal. The ninth one, don't pay attention to threats. When a narcissist is intimidated, he or she will use insulting language. Occasionally, these are harmless and the threat has no effect. At other times, there is a full-fledged assault. The best judge of this in divorce is past behavior in marriage. And the last one I want to mention today, avoid embarrassment of all costs. Embarrassing a narcissist in public is the best way to set them off. This is not advised unless a full-fledged conflict is desired. Instead, take the high road. When narcissist tries to degrade, they will appear petty to others, revealing their narcissistic qualities. While these tactics did not prevent covert narcissists from acting inappropriately, they did assist in controlling emotions. That way, you will be more prepared to deal with whatever surprise they throw at you. I hope you got some insights about the topic of the 10 ways how to deal with a narcissistic ex. Of course, these were only examples and my only insights. Of course, you can have more experiences or examples you can share with me how you deal or dealt with a narcissistic ex. Thank you very much for listening. Please share, subscribe, and give me likes if you like this video. And I will speak to you next week.